Hey Leo, I'm here to talk about your health, what you can expect in November, your wealth, is that money coming in and going out, and your relationships, because you know they're important to you, in November 2018. My name's Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there or in my YouTube bio. But when I get on here for these monthly readings, this is about you and how I can help you get through the rest of the month knowing what you need to know about your health, wealth, and relationships. So let's dive into getting these cards in the right order so I can give you that kind of insight. If you're not subscribed already, do subscribe so we can keep track of each other. And if this content is important and valuable to you, please give me that thumbs up, because not only does it tell me that this is important and valuable, but what it does is the more thumbs up I get, the more this will get in front of other Leos. So they get the same advice and insight that you're getting. So in the end, you're helping more Leos by hitting that thumbs up button. All right, there we go. There it is. Just gotta feel right. They gotta feel like they're in the right space. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you feel you're in the right space, you're like your mane is flowing and you're you're meant to be seen, you're there. Yes. I have a Leo rising. I'm a Taurus and I have a Leo rising. So I get it. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I am meant to be here. And you call on it, you own that. All right, here we go. Health, wealth, relationships. Oh, Leo, you gotta Whew, got a lot going on here. Um, Health, Chief Seattle, wealth, the Empress, and relationships. And this is first you got two majors and you've got one court card. So we didn't even like mine the depths of the minor arcana. Your November is going to be about life lessons, and you're going to be learning life lessons based on how you represent yourself, how you fight for others in the world, and what kind of change it is that you're actually fighting for. There is a lot to do in November, Leo, and you're the best person to do it. I guarantee you. No one can represent themselves like you can, especially when we've got Chief Seattle here, one of the most recognized advocates in the world for his people. Um, he walked the Trail of Tears and represented his tribe in front of the U.S. government. So you can put him on par with a Martin Luther King type of figure. This sitting in the health spot is actually um, throat for me. So if we're talking about what health you need to be considerate of, is two things. One, watch your throat, care for your throat. This is often something that Taurus needs to worry about, but Leo, this is going to be affecting you in November. So you may find that you're talking so much, your throat is sore, it's dry, it gets swollen. Um, so care for your throat. Have your, where's mine? Because I'm going to need this in a minute. Have your Ricolas around. Have your water with you. Keep yourself hydrated so that you make sure that you're taking care of this instrument that does so much for you and those who need you during the month of November. I would also encourage you to think about how you're communicating your needs. So Leo, I know you can push and push and push and do your best, like put yourself out there and put on a good show. But sometimes you need to communicate that things aren't always as great as you make them seem to be. And that's okay. Tell people that you're struggling this month. Tell people that your throat is tired and you need a break. Tell people what may be going on that can help you be at your best to help others, because that's what we need you to do, Leo. Hey, Angel Moon. And if you're not able to do that, then there's so much loss because you're not able to do what you do best, and that's put yourself out there for other people. So, physical health, throat, and make sure you communicate what it is. You're like, oh, well, you're just in the right space then. Welcome. make sure you communicate what those needs are so that your health, your mental health, and your physical health can be taken care of, because you're not really great about doing that yourself, Leo. Other than making sure you look pretty, uh, you're going to need to take a step back and get some help from other people. All right, let's talk about your wealth. It's coming up in the Empress. If you've been around me for a little while, this is my I'm Every Woman card, Whitney Houston, not Shaka Khan. To have this show up in the wealth space, everything's coming up roses. What you may find, though, is that with every rose has its thorn. Let's have another musical reference. Everybody remembers that one from the 80s, if anybody remembers that one. Um, every rose does have its thorn. So while things may be coming up great for you, Leo, it may be that they're not as great for someone else. So it's entirely possible that it may be time during the month of November for you to think about how you can give back some of all that you've received, all that abundance that's around you. Maybe there's something you can release and give to someone else. I would encourage you to think about how housing plays into this. Like, what does board, room, shelter mean for you? Because you have it in spades. How can you share that with other people? I would also challenge you to think about design. This is interesting. So, Leo, you may have some flair for design and the way things look and how it makes people, how it makes you feel, the way things are around you. You could very well be able to give other people the gift of your design so that they can feel just like you do by surrounding yourself with beautiful things. I would also encourage you, Leo, to think about what's the basis for all of this abundance? What is it that you can be thankful for, acknowledge, and recognize during the month of November? So um, this is the first sign since I started, this batch for November, where it's come up that the sign that I'm reading for, Leo, has the opportunity to be grateful and thankful for the cornucopia that they have during a month where we're all meant to do that in the Americas anyway. So I would challenge you to think long and hard about that, Leo. It's really easy for you to revel in what you have, and I think it might be a great opportunity to share with other people not only whatever you can, but to communicate, as we were talking about in this healthy space, um, what it is that so many others do not. Okay, I told you, Leo, your November is going to be tough. You've got a lot going on. This is a huge experience for you, Leo, because you're not only realizing that you have so much and that you have a lot you can give and how you can give, but it's a lesson. It's something you're learning that you'll be able to put into practice for your entire life. And that is freaking amazing. That is a life-changing event, especially for Leos who may not, where it's really easy to stay focused on self and inward instead of outward. So, Leo, this is an intense month. There's a lot of growth going on, and that is no different moving into your relationships, where you're being called to a relationship that is, how do I describe this? Cold, new, and underdeveloped. Why would you want to be in a relationship that is cold, new, and underdeveloped? I think I think because there's opportunity. And it's hard to ignore the call, Leo. It's hard to ignore that call. Before I go on with this, if this kind of stuff is helpful, please hit that thumbs up. Not only does it tell me that it's helpful and it's important to you, but that thumbs up will ensure that other Leos can see this. It ensures that it gets in the feeds of other people so that they can benefit from the same insight and advice that you're benefiting from. And I would really appreciate it. It helps me out and it helps them out too. So hit that thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so we can keep track of each other. This relationship stuff is going to be a lot of work because what's happening, Leo, is you're learning about yourself and how you approach new relationships, and when they're in a state of that that coldness, that newness, where it just doesn't feel kind of like that everything's coming up roses stuff I was talking about over here in your financial picture. When it doesn't feel like that, it can be easy to push off and to ignore that relationship because it's not giving you all those feels that you would normally look for from someone else who is giving you some praise, some adoration, some interest, simple things. This this is teaching you. This is a life lesson about relationships. This is teaching you that you don't get that all the time. And how much do you really need it? You do need it, but how much of it do you really need? What can you hang in for? Because maybe you'll get that on the other side. Maybe you're being called to this relationship because that's what you're going to get after you get past the newness, the coldness, the rough terrain of a relationship that feels like it's the other person feels like they're closed off. The other person feels like they're just not connecting with you, to you. But really, what you're experiencing is that this other person is just so introverted, and they've got a lot to give. It's just they're not going to give it quickly, freely, or easily. And that's not what you're used to, Leo. Is you're used to having people coming straight out and saying, "Oh my God, you're so amazing." You know, I make that sound cheesy, but to a degree, there's some adoration of Leo because not everybody has the sparkle that you have. Not everybody has the charisma that you have. So it's easy for people to be like, ah, yeah, I want to be with that person. Well, this person probably feels that way, but they aren't able to express it like everyone else. You might have to look for it in different ways. In fact, you may even find that what they do is help cultivate the relationship slowly, sow the seeds, till the ground, um, and and eventually this strong relationship forms. And it's a way that you start to learn to look at relationships in an entirely new way. And that's um, that's a big leap for a Leo. It's a lot of effort, but if you put it in and you get there, that's a hell of a lesson that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. It's pretty powerful. You're identifying a lot with this reading. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Angel. If you hit that thumbs up button for me, if it's helpful for you, like I said, that and not only, and I do love that you're sharing that with me too, but hitting that thumbs up also ensures that other Leos can connect to this too, so that it's not just something that you're keeping for yourself. Don't keep me a secret. Share me with other people, like a good friend of mine says in New York, Melly. Don't keep me a secret. All right, quintessence of all of this. Let's take a quick look, see how this is lining up. Um, there, first off, elements. We've got earth and fire. Thank you. Things are going to be just starting to shift and change during the month of November. While there's a lot going on and you're about to learn some intense lessons, things are just starting to shift and change. So it's kind of like just lighting the candle and watching the flame burst. Things are about to happen. It's like that kind of feeling. Um, Also, quintessence of these is what have I got? 14, 34. Ooh, you got the chariot too, just like I think Taurus, no, Aries did. Got the chariot too. So this is all about what you're willing to grab a hold of and move forward. Um, all of this is about what you're willing to grab forward and grab a hold of and move forward. If you don't do it, nobody else will. But you're moving into a space that's going to take a lot of internal strength so that you can work with these lessons that you're learning. And that's God, I'm a bit envious of where you're going because I've seen Leos go through this type of change before, and it is miraculous. So I'm really excited for you. This feels really good. I'm really happy about it. I hope that you have an amazing November, and I'd love to hear about it. Leave me some comments below during the month of November. Let me know what's going on and how all of this stuff is going. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe so you can keep track of me. And do check out Comingouttarot.com if you haven't already. You can find out more about me and how to get readings with me over there. And if you join my newsletter between October 1st and November, there's a coupon that you'll receive where you can get some money off a year ahead spread where you can take control of your 2019. Thanks, everybody. I hope this has been helpful, and I will see you all later. Have a great rest of your weekend.